On to all the other news that we're covering for the day. The government has set up a committee to examine the regulatory issues that the fintech sector is facing. Government sources have said that the panel will submit the report in 3 months from the first meeting. Sapna Das joins us now with all of those details. Sapna, what are your sources telling you?
Well, what we've been given to understand is that the panel has been set up to basically assess the policy challenges that the fintech industry is facing, what could be the regulatory gaps that need to be filled in. And keeping all of this in mind, there is going to be representation from the Finance Ministry, from DPIIT Finance Ministry, basically DFS and DEA, these departments, then DPIIT, also METI, Niti Aayog, representatives from all these important government verticals, as well as the regulators, RBI and SEBI, representatives are going to be part of the panel. And of course, the industry, some of the founding members of the fintech industry are going to be part of this panel. And going forward, the expectation is that within a month of the first meeting, a report should be submitted to the government, and then we'll have to wait and watch and see what kind of recommendations come through and how will that impact the trajectory of the fintech sector going forward. But a beginning has been made in setting up this important panel, and we'll have to wait and watch and see what kind of policy challenges and regulatory gaps do come up in these discussions, and what kind of note the government takes of that.
Right, Sapna, many thanks for those details. Now, from Zerodha to MobiKwik, top fintech executives have been clamoring for an easier regulatory regime. Listen in to what they had to say.
When you're sitting here in Delhi or Bombay and we are passing regulations and or taking action, we think positive or negative, we don't realize that the people who look at companies like us, whether it is private or public, how they think about these decisions and what they understand and comprehend, because it becomes like a pretty big black box where the clear conclusion for a lot of people is maybe the regulators and the government don't want fintech.
The thing what the regulator, especially SEBI, wants the brokers to do is to earn money only from brokerage and not from anything else. And since the entire industry is used to earning in a certain way, which is like a sum of all the parts, so it's going to be a big challenge especially for, I mean, I don't say incumbents, but then someone who has benefited the entire broking industry. It would be a challenge.
Telecom Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia has said that Starlink must meet